We have a packed update for you today. Let's dive in. First of all, you can now upload PDFs, PSDs, .ai files, Illustrator files, and even DWG files for floor planning, which was an interesting use case we've been seeing recently. Plus, this all ties together with the brand new Figma plugin that you can now access directly from here. This means that you can now collaborate within Atarim on presentations, mockup imported directly from Figma, ad campaigns, social media campaigns, anything that you would need to collaborate on from a visual perspective beyond the web tools that we already have. So how about we set up a Figma project for feedback so you can see that handoff process, how easy it is and why it makes sense to drop the Figma comments in favor of this new workflow. So as you can see, we have a pretty standard Figma file here with a bunch of references, inspiration, starts from like wireframing here, all of the different components that may be kind of part of this design, a bunch of different attempts and versions that the designer went through before he ended up on a design that is presentable, that he wants to show me and the rest of the team. Most people coming into here wouldn't know what to kind of do with this. So the designer now has to go through a handoff process, tidying up, naming the different elements and removing this, maybe putting this in a different place where it's more presentable and not just like a workspace, which is what Figma is designed to be. That alone takes a bunch of time, regardless of all the additional benefits that I'll share with you here. So let me show you what I would do. I would just click here and would go to plugins and choose Atarim. Within the plugin, you can see that I can see the different workspaces that we're operating in. I'm going to use the Vito's playground, but as I change between them, you can see all of the graphic feedback projects that exists on each one of those workspaces. I want to choose the first element that will be adding into that project. And this is the latest version of the first screen from this 4-step sequence. And so I'm just going to do this and add new project. Perfect. So now we have Discovery V2, and if we're going to click on the design, we can also see this frame 4 in here. Let's continue, and I'm just going to bring in the rest of the designs. This is the other one that I want to have, so I'm going to add design and move on to here and add design and move on. Perfect. So now I have all of the designs that I need to confirm or to get feedback on, all nested in one place without all of the different, the rest of the clutter. Here, I'm just going to click on Shell, which is going to open this project for me in the brand new graphic feedback system. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that everything is nice and organized. So this is going to be overview and save and move on to this one. And this is going to be the assets. And this one is going to be the guidelines. And this one is going to be the details. And as you can see from the sidebar here, we have this prompt that asking us to give a description for the people that are going to come in. What are they going to be looking at? What are we expecting of them? So, hey team. And we can talk about some constraints that we have. We can't really add anything new to this. That's crucial. And yeah. So we have some instructions here for the rest of the team as they're going to be invited to work on this. And how do we invite them? We just click on share and we click the copy link here and send them over to there. Now, if they're already team members, I can just click here and choose them and they're going to get a notifications, but it's really as simple as just copying this link and sharing this with others. We're going to go through the client experience, the stakeholder experience later on in this video, because that has been rebuilt as well. Not only for graphics, but for all of the collaboration methods. So there's consistency throughout. And by the way, with the rebuild of this graphic feedback tool, we now have completed the stack of collaboration tools rebuild that we started about 6 months ago. So very exciting. It was a long process to bring this up to standard with 2026 expectations of us. So it's very cool to see this coming to life. So now that we've imported the project from Figma and set it up for our review, why not just do this inside Figma? There's 4 reasons. 1, you just saw me doing a handoff in literally a minute. What usually takes half an hour of setting things up was just done, and with better clarity to everyone involved. Number 2, the depth. The depth of functionality and control that you gain through the popover and the other features inside Atarim is unparalleled to what's going on Figma. You can prioritize, assign to different team members, set the status for the the different tasks. We have a visual that points out where the request is specifically on the page. And of course, we're collecting some technical details here. You have due dates for the single tasks. You can add tags. You can mark these tasks as internal if you're working with external stakeholders that should not see the work being done. You can even have comments being done between team members as notes in here, plus canned responses. And of course, you can annotate the whole thing directly and within seconds on the page itself. And now number 3, version control. There's no way of knowing how many revision rounds you've had when you're working inside Figma. Changes happen all the time. Instead of having a line in the sand and saying like, okay, this is what I'm presenting. Here is the feedback. I made changes. I pushed a new version into here, which allows everyone to see how many versions this design went through. Let's add one version, for example. I'm going to go back to Figma for this first page here, and I'm going to add this as the second version for this design. Add version. As you can see, it updated the names as well. So this is overview. And now this one has 2 versions within it. As I go back to the project, you can see that now I have version 2 and version 1. I can move between them, see how the design progressed, but also let my stakeholders, my clients, my team members know, look guys, we've been at it for like 6-7 times already. It's time to move on, right? That was never possible before. So for the first time, you have the ability to track versions. And the fourth one is the interface itself, designed for feedback. Figma is an open space, a canvas that allows you to go in all kinds of different directions as you explore. A canvas by design is exploratory, while feedback is linear. I'm going from top to bottom. I'm reviewing the presented work, and I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm not even talking about the fact that you can streamline all of these communications into your favorite project management system, automate the two-way kind of comments between here and Jira and Asana and all of those kind of different elements. So these are my 4 reasons why Atarim is much better than Figma in commenting and collaboration. But I would love to learn from you, get the feedback and see what else can we do to make sure that this workflow fits into yours or essentially replaces this due to being way better in terms of depth and way quicker in terms of implementation. And now let's go into the guest flow, the client flow, to see what has changed over there. So to do this, I'm just going to click share, copy this link, open this in incognito so I'm not logged in, and then you will see what the other side would see. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to getting your feedback inside labs.atarim.io, and I'll see you on the next one.